Hey everybody, it is Austin Anderson with Well That's Cool, and we're at the Project Spark with Josh. What's up, Josh?
Hey, it's not much going on.
So what are you going to show us today?
Today I'm going to show you a little bit about how our tools can be easily done to create a RPG type game. And we're going to go into a little bit of those mechanics and a little bit of our scripting system.
Sweet.
And then we're going to go back out and show you some of the levels that people on our team have actually built and posted to the community.
Okay, sweet.
Awesome. So I'm going to get started here with some of our terrain modification tools. With a simple click of the button on the controller, I can just sit here and start growing the terrain. I'm going to build a little wall around our character here, just kind of most RPGs have like a safe haven that they start their characters in just so they don't get immediately taken up by the bad guys.
Interesting.
Then, just as easy as I can add that terrain and build that wall, I can use the other trigger and start building a river. So I'm going to start going here and carve a river right in front of our guy here just to give him a little path. So now that we have a river, we have a good starting point. You know what? What good's a wall if you don't have a tunnel to go through it? So I'm going to use my favorite tool here. Just, again, click of the trigger and just brush right through here. You can see we can punch right through. And if I messed up, don't worry, we can go all the way back. We can actually go all the way back to the beginning. We can reset this entire level.
Really?
Yep, so if I undo here, you can see me undoing the river. I can just keep going.
And that's just the select button, or what is it now?
It used to be the back button. It is the select, I don't know what they call it anymore.
The one on the left.
Yeah, right. It's all analog, or if you just tap it, it'll actually snap back.
Oh.
So I'll just quickly redo all of this. So with our hero in his safe place and our tunnel that I'm about to carve through here again, we have a relatively easy starting zone for our player. Let's give it a little bit of color. Going through. But as soon as I start painting, here it paints the ground. It also puts a little bit of scatter that kind of sways in the wind. And as we go up to the rock wall here, or to the wall here, you can see it paints a nice rock texture. But if that's not the texture you wanted in that area, don't worry. You can always scale your brush down, change your textures, and just customize just that. They all blend together.
Very cool.
So as I go through and paint our cave or our tunnel, what do you expect to see in a tunnel that's in the middle of a mountain? Maybe some stuff coming off the top. Yep.
It's pretty crazy.
So I'm just going to quickly paint this whole area here. So now that we got our little starting zone, a lot of games have artists meticulously place or designers meticulously place a lot of kind of props and objects around the world to use as either obstruction or just to give it feeling a bit more full and enclosed. Well, we know people aren't going to always want to go through and place all those trees themselves, so I'm going to go up to one of the tools that I developed, so I like to show it off.
Oh, sweet.
Scale this down. And as I run this brush across here, we notice we get some shrubs, we get some trees, we get some fallen branches. As I scale this guy up, we start getting a little bigger trees. And if I max him out, we start really getting that kind of forest feel.
So cool. Now I'd imagine this is just like the surface of all the customization you can do in this game.
So these are just really the level editing tools and what you can do. Yeah, and you are absolutely right. This is just the surface. Let me go through and show you some of the props that we have available that kind of give you a base idea of what this game actually can be.
Yeah, and it seems like you can either go super in-depth with what you make, or you can just kind of randomize certain things, like the biome tool. Or whatever.
Oh, exactly. If I didn't like the way it placed this log right here, it looks kind of halfway in the water. I can just pick it up and move it. I can scale it, I can rotate it, I can do whatever I want. So you can customize every object in this world.
Very cool.
Who are we to tell you what your design should be? So we try to give you all of that power.
So it seems like they really opened up the tools just to let creativity fly, as one would say, if you were super cheesy.
So here I'm going to actually place a couple birds in the world because, you know, might as well give some life.
Who doesn't like birds?
What kind of RPG would it be if we didn't have some kind of bad guy? So I'll put a couple trolls. Actually, I've been using these guys all day, so I'm going to change it up a little bit on us. Go to the end here, and I'll use trolls instead of goblins.
Trolls.
Everyone likes a good troll. He's apparently really happy.
Put him under the bridge, just for...
Oh, we can put him under the
irony.
bridge. Go sink him in the water here. I'll put one over here just so we can find him, and I'll show you some things we can do with him later.
All right.
So I'm going to run into, I haven't done any of the modifications. So everything in this world has a behavior, has a brain. The bridge has a behavior, the trolls have a behavior, these birds have a behavior. Birds behave exactly like you would expect.
A bridge.
The bridge behaves exactly like you expect. The birds fly away when you run near them. The troll, he actually just detected me. He's actually under the bridge trying to walk towards me. Very simple AI on him. We can actually fix that anytime we want. Here, this guy's angry. He doesn't like me in his space. He's going to attack me. I can attack him back. If this isn't the type of game we wanted to build, say, a kid game. Why not? Or a game that goes with some kind of comedy routine. We can go through and we can modify all the behaviors and all of these objects.
Really?
I'll start off by showing you the simple behaviors of a player character. If I go look at his brain, this is his brain. It may look a little overwhelming, but it's really not. You can read this as when and nothing means always. I want you to do a follow camera. Well, if we wanted a first-person camera, all we have to do is change this follow camera tile with first person. Now we just have a first-person shooter. Here we can kind of follow through here. This means I want to show his health meter in the top left of the screen, so you can get pretty specific about how you want to do different things in this game. Or you can get really simple, like when I move the left stick, I just want my player to move. These are really the two important ones for anything that you want to make a player. So if we wanted to make a rock the player, we absolutely could.
So basically, game developers are pointless now.
Hey, they still have some designs. They can prototype different mechanics if they want, right? Because we still need someone to come up with how are you going to play this game.
Not everybody is as creative as game developers.
Exactly. Well, what I like to say is we like to think we're pretty creative, but you know what? We still have bounds that we think of and what's fun and what's not fun. As soon as we release this to the hands of the community, I guarantee you they're going to blow our minds with what they do and how they use this tool.
Yeah. Because everybody thinks so differently from each other, and you know, the different thought processes are just interesting what people can come up with.
Oh yeah. So here, I didn't really like that first-person tile, that first-person brain. Feels a little weird. But you know what? I'm gonna go change this. Our little troll guy, I'm gonna make him a bit more friendly. If this is overwhelming and you don't really want to get into this, feel free to open up the content library and pull stuff either from the community or stuff that we've shipped with the game. And we're gonna turn this troll into a dancing fool.
Troll party.
We're gonna have a troll party. The easiest way to read this is on a countdown timer of 2 seconds, we're gonna pick a random number, and then when we see the player, we're gonna do one of these emotes. So here he has a chance emote, a cheer emote, and a greet emote. Well, you know what? We're gonna change that to love just because it's funnier. We're gonna paste him and a couple of his friends, and then we're gonna see what that does to our game. This guy's still angry down there. We'll continue to ignore that troll. As we come over here, some music starts playing and they start cheering.
It's so awesome.
So just like that, we've changed the behavior of this game from a fighting game to kind of a comedy game where these guys really like dancing. So it's just kind of some really simple examples about what we can do. I'll do one more for you that I like to show off. Well, we have these birds. Actually, I'll do it to these trolls. These trolls, we want to step up the violence. We want to edge up the game a little bit. Let's go back into the community library. Let's make these trolls a fireworks show, because, you know, why not? We can. So, I'm going to go delete this guy, make a copy of him, and now if you see, right when the level starts, the trolls fly up and explode. Because why not? You can do anything in this game. So I'm going to step you back out and show you some of the levels that we've created on our team.
Okay, sweet. That's just amazing how much you can customize in this. Like, the amount of, or the possibilities are just endless of what you can create.
Oh yeah, absolutely. There's a plethora of games that we have in our video that's posted on our website that we've built internally in our team. There's actually also a couple here. This is a game based off Limbo, as it may look very familiar.
Oh, nice.
So it's a very side-scroller kind of platformer, but you know what? Because it's on the community, we could download it, take it, and remix it to make it our own.
Oh.
So
side-scroll. Oh,
go ahead.
So side-scrolling like a 2D
2D platformer.
Yes, that's the right word I'm trying to find. That's an option you can do for any sort of map.
Yeah. So all a 2D platformer is just a fixed camera, kind of set off some distance, and a path that goes along the side. So
Very
that's
nice.
absolutely a possibility. Here, I'm just going to change this sky to the non-Limbo sky and back to.
So basically, this is the only game you need ever.
Yeah.
Because it's everything in one.
Back to the default sky, and with this default sky, what we see is it plays very different. It's the same game, same mechanics. I haven't changed anything.
It's just not black and white.
It's just not black and white. You can actually see a bit more of the detail about how he gets stuff done.
Huh.
So you can actually see there's a windmill back here. Well, we don't really have a windmill in the game, so what he's done is he's taken fence parts, rotated to the side, scaled them up, set them up as a windmill.
Huh. Now how did he get the rotating thing to work?
So the rotating is part of the behavior system that I was talking about. What you can do is you can say, hey, what I want you to do is I always want you to rotate. That's always available.
Interesting.
Any of the tools that we use in the editor, you can actually use in this mode. They're all available through the scripting system.
Very cool.
And I'll show you one more level.
All right.
This is a level very similar to kind of Robotron, where you have one stick that kind of aims where you're going to shoot, and the other stick kind of moves you around. Here we fight goblins, and there's a small intro cinematic sequence right here where the camera, like I have no control, he has some text, he's going to yell at us, and there's a little bit of a countdown timer before the level begins. A couple things to call out. Here there's a score multiplier, there's a score. These guys have text that comes up ahead of them. We have a timer, we have an upgrade system. I'll actually kill 7 of these guys just to show you what the upgrade does.
Now this is available at launch, right?
This is available in the launch window.
Sweet. I'm super looking forward to it.
Here you can see we have a upgraded weapon. It's nice and green, but really what I like about this level is the attention to detail this designer had. When you die, he actually fades it out and then has his own custom end game screen that he also built using our system.
Huh. Now, technically, I saw you do the whole intro. You can technically make movies.
Yes,
in game.
People have actually made about 1.5 minute long movies.
That's cool. And is there a limit to the CGI sequences or whatever you can do, like the intro sequences, like?
Only your imagination.
Only your imagination.
Cheesy answer, I know, but it really is that. A lot of it is through the power of our scripting system. You can do all of these things. You can cut, pan, zoom, fade in, fade out. You can put the camera bars on.
Okay. The sky is the limit.
So one of the things I want to show about this level, and I think is personally really cool, is you can see here how he placed this lighting. Well, really what it is this whole thing is built underground, and he's just punched holes in it.
Interesting. That is so crazy. Wow. Okay. Well, that's amazing.
Cool.
So
well, hopefully you enjoyed our game.
Yes, I did. I'm super pumped for it. Thank you, man.
Thanks. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Bow.